Alright guys, we're going to do the evens here. And this first one is naming major arcs. So when you name a major arc, you have to use 3 points, and it has to be over 180. Minor arc, we're only going to use 2 points, and it's got to be less than 180. And then semicircles are exactly 180. You can use 2 or 3. So major arcs, lots of answers here. I'm going to go, let's go Q, S, T. So if I go Q to S to T, that's clearly over 180. So we're going to go arc. You can either write arc and then go QST, or we can do QST with the curve. Now, we'll go formative. You're going to see me use the word arc because we can't make that little arc right there. And I think I did multiple choice for these ones. Okay, measure. So when we're finding the measure, we have a couple tricks up our sleeves. First trick is whatever the central angle is going to be the outside angle, and then we also have diameters which break up the triangle to 180. So GJ here is actually has a central angle of 90, so that means this is 90 right here. So we have 90 degrees. Number 6, HIJ. Well, HIJ is just the same thing as just HJ, so that's just the diameter, which is 180. So that one's nice. GHJ. So GHJ is everything but 90. So I can actually do 360 minus 90. So that's going to give me 270. Number 10. HGJ. That's also 180. Just the diameter. And 12. GHI. Okay, so GHI is, if this is 90, this has to be 90 over here because, well, HJ is a diameter. And then I right here, what does this measure here? Well, if this is 151, then we have to take that away from 180. So if we go 180 minus 151, then we get 29. So we just have to do 90 plus 29. And that's going to give us 119. All right, number 14, our last one for me, at least, JHI, well, I already know this piece is 29, so that's 180 plus 29. So 180 plus 29 is going to be 209. And there you go. All right, find the circumference of each circle. So this is just doing pi r square, 2 pi r. So 16 is our radius, so we're just going to do 2 pi 16, which is just 32 pi. And this one's 6.8, so the same thing here, so it's 2 times pi times 6.8. And that's going to give me 13.6 pi. There we go. Look at that, look at that. This worksheet's going to be done in no time. Alright, number 20. Now, kind of hard to see the darkened ones, but this is the darkened one here. I might just highlight them all real quick in case you go back. So these are all the darkened circles, arches, and there we go. Should be pretty easy to see, but those are them. So 20, it says find the length. So now we're doing arc length, not arc measure, but we need to find the measure first. So if this is 30 out of 180, that means this is going to be 150. And so to find arc length, we do the circumference, and then we do what portion of the circle are we looking at? Well, it's out of 360, so the portion is, I'm looking at 150 degrees out of 360 times, and this is the whole diameter, so that's going to be 2 pi 9. 9 is our radius. Or we could have just done diameter pi, which would be the same thing. And so here we get 150 divided by 360, then multiplied by 2, and multiplied by 9. And I get 15 over 2 pi. And you can leave your answer just like that, 15 over 2 pi for that one. All right, 22. Now we have 90 here, so what we actually have left over is 270. So 270 out of the total 360 times, now it's 2 pi r or pi d. I already have the diameter, so I'm just going to do 24 pi. So we're going to do 270 divided by 360, hit enter, and I get 3/4. I'm going to multiply that by 24, so I get 18 pi. And last but not least, this is 60, which means this one is also 60 over here because these are vertical angles. So we get 60. So 60 out of 360 times 2 pi r, which is 15. So I'm going to get 60 divided by 360, which equals 1/6, then multiply by 2, then multiply by 15, and we get 5 pi. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Find the indicated measure, so these are doing the same thing, but here we got to be careful. This is an angle, this is an arc. Okay, so EYD, so if this is 40, that means that's 40, which means that's 40, so EYD is 40. I gave you a free one. I did the odd. That's unfortunate. It means I'm going to skip 26 and go to 28. Oh, man. DYC, so you kind of have to know the other ones, but if this is 40 right here, notice that DCBA right here is all 180. So if I subtract 180, I would know this whole arc is 140, and then these are equal, so that would be 70 and 70. So I kind of am using some of my knowledge of the shape to break this down into easier pieces, so that's how I got 70. And then 30, B, D, A is the entire circle except for 40, so we're going to do 360 minus 40, which gives me 320 degrees. Okay? Alright, so these are just algebra ones. These are kind of fun. These two, what could I create an equation? Well, I know they're going to add to 180, so we're just going to do that. 2a, oh, this is odd. Not going to do that one, just doing this one. My bad. Okay. Hey, they give us every single angle. So they give us every single angle, it's going to add up to 360. So we just add them all up to 360. How convenient. And then we just do lots of algebra. 20a plus 2a plus 10a is going to be 32a. I just got an email. Minus 30 plus 4 and plus 2. Okay. Equals 360. So that's going to be, I just really don't want to make a mistake here. So I'm going to use my calculator. So let's go. Negative 30 plus 4 plus 2, just double checking my work. So we get 32a minus 24 equals 360. So I'm going to add 24, blowing up on the emails. 384 equals 32. Divide by 32. Does that go in evenly? Of course it does. 12 equals a. Alright, there you guys go. That's the video. Enjoy.